Welcome in here, everybody, to the Hutzel Athletic Center, where we are bringing you another doubleheader here between the Battle of the Cougars. It's the Mount Vernon and Nazarene University Cougars taking on the Saint Francis Cougars here on this Valentine's Day. We thank you so much for joining us here on the Saint Francis Cougars Network. Hunter Sosenheimer here calling your play-by-play. Excited to be here for this one. As we go ahead and take a deeper look here at these two squads, Mount Vernon Nazarene University comes into this one at 9-15 overall on the season, 3-11 in a conference play. They're under ninth-year head coach Amanda Short, and they are led by the senior number 2 in Peyton Davis. The Wingate University transfer comes into this one averaging 11.5 points per game. Meanwhile, Angela Roshak comes into this one, the sophomore second team all Crossroads League. Last season, 12 points per game here on the year for Mount Vernon and Nazarene. Taking a look at their last outing, they did defeat Bethel 56-54 at home. Off the bench, Madeline Lawson had 20 points and 7 rebounds there for Mount Vernon, as well as Peyton Davis pitching in 11 points and 4 assists there for the Cougars. The last time they played St. Francis was all the way back on January 10th, so just a little bit less than a month ago, where they did take a 57-53 defeat. Angela Roshak led the way with 17 points and 10 rebounds. Meanwhile, Noah Lavery with 17 points there for Mount Vernon. Taking a look here at St. Francis, they come into this one at 14-9 on the season. They are 7-7 in a conference play under second-year head coach and Jeremy Henning. In their last outing, they took a loss 81-73 to Indiana Wesleyan University. Julia Mansella led the way with 18 points. Meanwhile, Carly Cooperson pitched in 15 points off the bench, and Isabella Gizzi and Reagan Pate also pitched in 10 as well. Last time they played Mount Vernon Nazarene University, as I mentioned, St. Francis got the win. Chloe McKnight led the way with 15 points, and then Allie Madden pitched in a double-double with 14 points and 12 rebounds for St. Francis. Taking a look at the Crossroads League standings before we get started with this one, as the Crossroads League tournament is not too far away. 3 games after today here left in the regular season. Marion sits atop at 14-0. Indiana Wesleyan at 13-1. Spring Arbor at 10-4. St. Francis and Grace both sitting atop at 7-7. The top 4 teams of the Crossroads League will host. Meanwhile, the top 8 teams will make the tourney. So right now it is the Marion, Indiana Wesleyan, Spring Arbor, St. Francis, Grace. Huntington sits at 6-8. Taylor at 5-9. And Goshen at 4-10. Mount Vernon Nazarene at 3-11, and Bethel at 1-13. So those 2 squads would miss the tournament if it were to start today. So Mount Vernon Nazarene looking for a crucial victory here over St. Francis in this contest. So we are going to get the national anthem here momentarily, and then we'll bring you today's starting lineups. You are watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Starting lineups in the books here from the Hutzel Athletic Center. We are getting set and ready to roll here. It will be a Mount Vernon Nazarene University rocking the baby blue unis with the navy blue trim. And meanwhile, Saint Francis going to rock the all-white unis with the black and blue trim. So we are set and ready to roll here on this Valentine's Day. We thank you so much for joining us here for the Crossroads League doubleheader here from the Hutzel Athletic Center, as it will be Madden and Roshak in the middle, set to jump it here from the Hutzel Athletic Center. Ball is in the air, and we are underway. Tip is one, and it's finally going to fall to possession, and St. Francis will have it here to start it. It'll be Emily Parrott who has it at the top of the key, and we are going to get a stopped clock immediately as the clock is continuing to roll after the official stopped it. So we'll see what exactly they do put on the clock. I have 9:47 here on my clock, so we'll see how close I am. Only 1 second off. 9:48 is what they're going to put back on the clock here. And it looks like they'll put a total of 27 seconds on the shot clock. And so we'll get an inbound on the far side here from Gizzy and the Cougars, as Parrott will take the inbound here for St. Francis. Moves it here to this near side of wing. Look down low here to Madden. Looking to go to work. She'll kick out to Parrott, who drives down low, up off glass, couldn't get it to fall. And we're going to get a foul call. And it will be on Mount Vernon, as it'll be on number 14. And Katie Spring, that's her team's first of the quarter. Inbound to Pate with it on that far side of wing. She'll dish it out up top to McKnight, who goes down low here to Madden. Looking to go up strong off glass. Couldn't get that one to fall, but the board comes down here to Parrott for the Cougars on this near side. Dish down low. Madden looking to go up strong with it, and she's going to get called for the double dribble. And possession will go back and now here to Mount Vernon with 9:16 left to go here in our first quarter of action. Clock did not start once again as it continues to roll here. And so looks like they'll put 9:13 on the game clock here, so we'll go ahead and switch that up for you, and we'll get an inbound here for Mount Vernon as Walker moves it here to this near side. It's up top now here into the hands of Davis with it on this near side of wing. Kicks in the corner. Look down low. They'll go back out far side and swing it all the way around to that far side of wing. Now up top here into the hands of Roshak. Far side. Got to get a shot off if you're Mount Vernon. And they finally do get a free throw jumper off at the buzzer. Couldn't get it to fall. Board comes down to the Cougars, though, and they'll have it on that far side of wing. Roshak kicks it in the corner. They skip it on up top to Spring, who moves it here to this near side of Lawson. Nice ball movement being done here by Mount Vernon. but Chloe McKnight able to take it away for St. Francis. And the shot clock did not start again, so we'll get our third whistle here of the contest proceeding to that call, and we'll get an inbound here from St. Francis on the far side. And so McKnight will get it in here to Emily Parrott, who will bring it up ahead for St. Francis. Far side now into the hands there of Gizzy. Look down low to Madden. She'll turn, hangs, couldn't get it to fall off glass, and the board comes down to Mount Vernon. As they'll push it up the floor now here to Walker. Brings it across the half-court line and skips on that far side of wing. Looking to drive down low, and a foul is going to be called. That foul will be called on Emily Parrott. That'll be her first, team's first. So that's going to send Madeline Lawson to the free throw line. The sophomore, all Crossroads League freshman last year, hits the first bucket of the contest. Comes into this one, averaging an 11.5 points per game, 64% free throw shooter on this season. Couldn't get it to fall there on the second. And Madden comes down with the board and gets it off now here to Emily Parrott. And Gizzy will have it now here at the top of the key for St. Francis. Madden, the dish over top to Parrott. She'll go up strong. Couldn't get that to fall. Nice defense played by Davis. Able to knock it away here for Mount Vernon. And she'll move it up ahead here on this near side of wing. Davis is looking to drive. Able to maintain possession with it at the top of the key. She'll skip up top now here to the hands of Roshak. The drive down low, knocked away. Gizzy comes away with it here for St. Francis. Looking to push on that far side. She'll back it out now. And dish on that far side now to McKnight. Down low. Looking for Madden, and it's poked away. And Mount Vernon comes away with another turnover as Davis up the floor off glass. Couldn't get that one to fall. Board is tipped down, and Davis able to maintain it once again for Mount Vernon. And we're going to reset the shot clock here. And so we'll get an inbound here for Mount Vernon. As 7 minutes is on the board, 22 seconds on the shot clock here. They'll inbound now to Davis with it at the top of the key. Backs it out and moves it here to this near side of wing. They'll skip all the way across court. Looking to drive down low, the kick up top. 3 ball on the way at the top of the key is no good. There from Lawson. And Gizzy comes away with it here for St. Francis. McKnight now with it at the top of the key. Up top, now here to the hands of Emily Parrott. Looking to drive down low. Nicely done off glass. Couldn't get that one to roll. And so possession will come back to St. Francis as Parrott gets the steal. She'll drive down low once again, and she goes up and gets the bucket. And so Emily Parrott gives St. Francis the 1-point lead. On this near side, it's Davis with it here for Mount Vernon. Skips on up top, now to Roshak. Roshak with a look there on that far side. Parrott almost had another poke away. Madden got a piece of it, but Mount Vernon able to maintain possession. The drive, and we're going to get a foul called on the floor as Allie Madden will pick up the foul. That'll be her first, team's second. And so an inbound will come here for Mount Vernon as Katie Sprang will head underneath to inbound. We'll get a substitution before that as Julia Mantala will come on here for St. Francis and replace Allie Madden. Julia Mantala was the leading scorer in the loss to Indiana Wesleyan on Saturday. She did finish the contest with 18 points. Davis in the corner, 3 ball on the way. It's short there on the marker, rattles off the rim, and McKnight comes down with the board. Here for St. Francis ahead to Emily Parrott. Now with it at the top of the key. Parrott skips far side, now to Gizzy. Up top into the hands here of Chloe McKnight. McKnight to Mantilla here in the corner. We'll go back to McKnight. At the top of the key, she'll launch a three. Missed everything. Out of bounds. Possession. We'll go back to Mount Vernon. Walker dishes it off now. It's in the top of the hands there to Spring. The dish down low. Board is knocked away. Possession comes down to Gizzy as it falls off of multiple defenders. Now to McKnight with it here on this near side of wing for St. Francis. Dish up top into the hands now here of Emily Parrott. With it at the top of the key. She'll hand off now to Gizzy. Looking to drive down low. Hand off back to Parrott up top to McKnight. 10 seconds on the shot clock. McKnight picks up her dribble. Dishes down low. Pate nicely done there. She gets the reverse layup. And so it'll be possession. Now with Mount Vernon. As a three ball on that far side of wing is no good. And we're going to get a foul called from behind there on Mount Vernon. Foul is going to be called on at number 14 in Katie Spring. That'll be her team second of the quarter. As Chloe McKnight and Emily Parrott will check off. Carly Culberson and Taylor Fordyce will come on. Number 11 and Noelle Lavery will come on and replace Spring with those two fouls. And so it'll be Fordyce who will bring it up ahead now here for St. Francis. Far side now into the hands there of Mantilla. Skips here, near side to Culberson. Looking to drive down low. Culberson dishes out now here to Fordyce. Gets a screen there from Mantilla. Fordyce looking to drive off glass. Couldn't get that one to fall. And the board comes down now here to Lavery. And she'll hand it off. Now here into the hands of Davis at the top of the key. She'll launch a three off the front end of the rim. No good. And Fordyce comes down with the board here for St. Francis. With it here on this near side of wing. Fordyce trying to kick it far side there to Gizzy. And number 23 and Madeline Lawson came away with it on that far side of wing. Culberson got a piece of it, but Mount Vernon able to maintain possession. They'll skip on that far side. As Davis looking to drive baseline now here on Reagan Pates. She'll skip out. On this near side, back into the hands here of Walker. Walker dishes off in the corner. Three ball on the way. It is no good. And nicely done there by Pate to box out the defender and pull down the board. Culberson will have it on that far side of wing there in the corner. Dishes it off to Mantilla. Back to Culberson with it on that far side of wing. She'll get a screen. Launch it from deep. Couldn't get that one to fall. Off the back end of the iron. No good. And possession comes down now here for Mount Vernon. Three ball from Lavery on this near side of wing is no good. And possession comes down with Culberson. And she'll go off to Fordyce on that far side of wing. Fordyce tried to use the strength there to go up with it and gets a fall. Both of these squads missing shots here early into this one. Mount Vernon 0 for 9 from the field. Meanwhile, St. Francis is 2 of 11 here from the field to start this one. 2:15 left to go here in our first quarter. And we're going to get a foul called off the ball. It will be on Mantilla. That'll be her first and the team's third of the quarter. Carly Culberson and Taylor Fordyce will come off for St. Francis as Chloe McKnight and Emily Parrott will check back on for them. Lavery will inbound here for Mount Vernon. The drive here from Davis. Travel's called. Possession will go back now here to St. Francis with a 2:04 left to go here in our first quarter of action. Substitution into the contest. That's number 20. And Shaylin Williams will check on here for Mount Vernon. She replaces number 2 in Peyton Davis. And it's Parrott who will have it at the top of the key. Far side now here to the hands of Reagan Pate. It's Gizzy who dishes it off up top to Pate. She'll hand off. Mantilla, 3-ball far side of wing, rattles in and out. McKnight with a nice board there. She'll get the bucket. And so possession quickly the other way. Now here with Mount Vernon. On that far side, looking to spin was Lawson. She'll give it off up top to Walker. Far side, back to Lawson. She'll launch a three, and she hits it. Check it. That was Angela Roshak on the triple there for Mount Vernon. Parrott sees some space down low, and coming off that far side to get the block. Nicely done there by Mount Vernon. Running the floor. That was Roshak who blocked that one from Parrott. Travel's called. And possession will go back to Saint Francis. We'll get an inbound here from Isabella Gizzi and the Cougars. As Parrott will bring it up ahead here for Saint Francis. Hands off. Now here into the hands of Gizzi. Looking to drive down low, able to get it out. McKnight will launch a three. Got it. Chloe McKnight hits the triple for St. Francis. They'll skip it on up top. Back here to this near side of Roshak, looking to drive. Triple team there. And a foul is going to be called on St. Francis. Chloe McKnight will pick up the foul. That'll be her first, the team's fourth. And so that's going to send a number 22 and Angela Roshak, the sophomore, to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Comes into this one averaging 12 points per game on the year. She hits there on the first. Second team All Crossroads League last season in her freshman year. Also earned All Freshman Class Team honors as a 78% free throw shooter. Hits them both. And we'll get a substitution for St. Francis as Taylor Fordyce will come on, as well as Carly Culberson. And they'll replace Reagan Payne and Isabella Gizzi. And so it will be Culberson who will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis, as it's a 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Culberson drives, and she is fouled. She'll head to the line now to shoot a pair here for St. Francis. Foul is called on number 23, Madeline Lawson. That's going to be her first, the team's third. And so Carly Culberson will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. As Peyton Davis will come back on here for Mount Vernon. Isabella Gizzi will also come back in after that quick breather for St. Francis as she replaces Emily Parrott. And so now finally Carly Culberson, the junior, will now be at the line to shoot a pair here for St. Francis as her first one is off the back end of the rim. Culberson, the Lander University junior transfer, here comes into this one, averaging 6 points per game, 66% free throw shooter, has been a tremendous piece off the bench for head coach Jeremy Henney and the St. Francis Cougars here this season. As I mentioned, in the last contest to 15 points there for her in the loss to Indiana Wesleyan. And so it looks like Mount Vernon going to look to hold for the final shot as Walker will have it. We'll get an offensive foul called on Mount Vernon as number 23. Check it, number 13. And Grace Vermilia will pick up the foul. That'll be her first. And so we'll get an inbound here for the Cougars as they'll roll it to Fordyce on that far side. Clock now down to 5. Fordyce spins, hangs off glass, couldn't get that to fall, and it's going to be poked out of bounds, and that will be the end of our first quarter. It's St. Francis 10, Mount Vernon Nazarene 6. We thank you so much for watching here at St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. here live at the Hutzel Athletic Center as we get set to begin our second quarter of action. It will be Mount Vernon to inbound the basketball here. They shot 1 of 10 there in the first quarter. Meanwhile, Saint Francis 4 of 15 from the field. So both of these squads looking for a better start to this second quarter of action. It's not a good start here to begin this contest at the Hutzel Athletic Center. So it is Mount Vernon now with the basketball. As on top, Walker is going to get called for the travel, and possession will go back now to Saint Francis here with 9:35 left to go here in our first quarter. Check it, second quarter of action. And so Fordyce will have it on that far side of wing here for the Cougars. We'll move it here to this near side, now at the top of the key, and McKnight on this near side. Gizzy with it here now for St. Francis. Off to Culberson. Look for her to go baseline, and Culberson gets called for the carry. And so possession will go back to Mount Vernon. Number 22, Angela Roshak will check back on here for Mount Vernon as she replaces number 13 in Grace Vermelia. Williams dishes it off on this near side. They're going to put it up top. And back here to Williams on this near side of wing. Looking to drive on Culberson. She'll dish off up top. Now here to Roshak. Far side. 3 ball on the way. It is no good. And over the back is going to be called there on to number 11, Noelle Lavery. That'll be her first foul. The team's first of the quarter. Allie Madden and Emily Parrott will check back on for St. Francis as they replace Carly Culberson and Julia Mansella. And so it will be Parrott here to bring it up ahead for St. Francis. And she gets it across the half-court line. Far side, now to McKnight. Dishes it. Back now to the top of the key. They'll look down low here to Madden. Madden goes up strong. Nicely done there. She gets the finish. Allie Madden picks up her first points of the contest. Free ball on that far side to match it. Nicely done. That's number 20. And Shayla Williams, who hits the triple for Mount Vernon, also picks up her first points of the contest. And so Parrott will have it at the top of the key here for St. Francis. 3-point game here in our second quarter of action. Parrott skips here near side. Fordyce looking to drive with it. Comes back here near side to Parrott, who's picked up by Lavery. Got to go up with it, and she does. Off glass, couldn't get it to fall. McKnight beats the buzzer for the bucket. Quickly the other way. Here comes Mount Vernon. Williams, another 3. She hits it. Back-to-back triples there for Williams. The sophomore guard out of Londonville, Ohio. And she hits the 3 ball now with 2 3-pointers on the night. McKnight will have it at the top of the key. The dish down low. Here to Madden. Goes up strong and gets the bucket. Quickly up the floor. They'll go far side. Now here to Davis looking to drive. Blocked fouls called on Gizzy. And so that will be Gizzy's first, the team's first of the quarter. And so we'll get a substitution here for Mount Vernon as Noelle Lavery will check off, and for her will be number 23 and Madeline Lawson. And it will be Davis at the line who hits there on the first free throw. Davis, the Wingate University transfer, 11.5 points per game, misses there on the second. And possession will go back now here to St. Francis. Parrott will have it now here at the top of the key for the Cougars. Fordyce. And we're going to get an offensive foul called on Emily Parrott. So that will be her second. The team's second of the quarter. And so Julia Mansella will check into the contest and replace Emily Parrott. And so it will be possession here with Mount Vernon as number 4 and Emily Walker will bring this one up ahead. Here for the Cougars. With it on that far side wing. Roshak dishes it off up top. They'll skip it all the way on that far side. Looking to drive on Mantilla. Able to get it back out. Skips up top. Here to Roshak with it. Back on this near side. 3-ball on the way. It is no good there. And the board comes down now here to Gizzy. And she'll push it up ahead for St. Francis. To Fordyce with it here on this near side wing. Looking to spin, dishes it, nice back cut down low. McKnight couldn't get it to fall, and possession comes down quickly the other way here for Mount Vernon. Walker with it, dishes far side, the bounce pass, jumper, it's up and good there on that far side, as that is number 23, and Madeline Lawson, who hits the jumper. Mansella with it, dishes it off. McKnight, hands off. Fordyce with it at the top of the key. She'll dish here near side. Mansella looking to go down low, and a kickball is going to be called, and possession will stay on this end here with St. Francis. As Reagan Pate will come on here for St. Francis as she replaces number 3 and Isabella Gizzy. Can't call them both Cougars. Both mascots are the Cougars here tonight, so we'll just keep going by the school's original names as travel is called on Madden. And we'll get an inbound now here for Mount Vernon. As Walker will bring it up ahead here for Mount Vernon. She'll bring it across the half-court line. Skips, 3-ball at the top of the key. It's up and good there. The triple for Lawson. And she gives Mount Vernon Nazarene the lead. And we are going to get We're going to get 5:02 put on the clock here at the Hutzel Athletic Center. So we'll match it up once it hits 4:59 as Fordyce will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis as they are down to 2 here with 4:50 left to go. Dish here to Fordyce on this near side of wing. Oh, nice find there down low to Madden. She'll go up strong. Nicely done there. She gets the bucket. Roshak came over for the help side defense, and Madden just slipped underneath and was able to provide a bucket there for St. Francis, tying it up at 18 apiece. Davis will have it here near side, skips all the way across court. Roshak with it, poked away. Nicely done there by Fordyce, the freshman, now looking to move it up ahead. She'll look to drive on Davis and back it back out. Skips here near side. Mantilla, the drive, foul is called. As I think Mantilla took a little bit of a dive there to try to sell the call. Either way, Sheila's going to get it, that slap on the wrist. You could hear it all the way up here in the press box at the Hutzel Athletic Center. As that foul is called on Lawson. That's her second. And the team's second of the quarter. And so Mantilla at the line to shoot a pair. First free throw is up and good there for her. Julia Mantilla, the sophomore, comes into this one averaging 8 points per game, 83% from the charity stripe. Coming off one of her top performances of the season with 18 points in the win, in the loss against Indiana Wesleyan. And so Lawson will check out. And in for her will be number 13 and Grace Vermilia. Walker dishes it off on that far side. Back here on this near end to Davis. Walker skips here near side. Davis left open. She'll hit the triple. And back out now to a 1-point lead are the Cougars of Mount Vernon Nazarene. As Fordyce will bring it up ahead on that far side of wing here for St. Francis. 3:30 left to go. Pates dishes it off up top, though, go far side. Now into the hands of Fordyce. Down low, Madden. Nicely done there. The slip underneath. She'll get the bucket. Walker will have it at the top of the key. Skips on that far side to Davis. Back up top here to the hands of Roshak. Vermilia. Off to Davis. Back to Walker. Back to Vermilia with it at the top of the key. Ball movement being done here by Mount Vernon as a 3-ball launch there missed. And McKnight comes down with it here for St. Francis. She'll move it up ahead on that far side. Looking to go over top to Madden. The help side defense is there. She gets it off to Mantala. And Madden throws it out here near side looking for Fordyce. And a little wide there. And possession will go back to Mount Vernon here with 2:42 left to go here in our second quarter of action. Walker will move it up ahead here for Mount Vernon. Skip here on this near side to Davis. Oh, trying to go back up top. Thankfully, number 22 and Angela Roshak was home and able to catch up to that one. 3-ball missed from Williams. Mantala comes down with it here for St. Francis. Fordyce dishes it off, down low. Madden uses the size advantage, and she'll go up and get the bucket. Davis put the other way, splits the defenders. And a travel is called on Davis before she could get through all that contact there. And so possession will go back now to St. Francis here with 2 minutes remaining here in our second quarter of action. It's Fordyce who will have it at the top of the key. Moves it to that far side of wing. Looking for the post up down low with Madden. Pates will get it off now to her. Madden looks to spin there on the defender, able to come away with it. Skips out to Mantala. Fakes the 3-ball attempt, goes far side. Corner 3 from Fordyce is no good. And the board comes down now here to Williams. She'll leave it off up top here to Walker. The dish down low. Hook shot there. Banks it home for Roshak. And a 1-point game. 1:20 left to go here in our second quarter of action. It is Fordyce who will have it at the top of the key here for St. Francis. Moves it to that far side. 1-on-1 matchup down low. The help side defense came and a foul is called. It'll be on Grace Vermilia. That'll be her second. And that's the team's third. Isabella Gizzi will come back on for St. Francis, as well as Carly Kulberson, as they'll replace Ali Madden and Reagan Pate for St. Francis. We'll get an inbound underneath here from Fordyce. Far side, McKnight will launch a 3 off the back end of the iron. No good. And possession comes down now here for Mount Vernon. The drive from Williams, looking to go baseline, just threw it right into the hands there of Chloe McKnight. She'll move it up ahead. Mantala, the handoff, nicely done there on the execution. Carly Cooperson gets the bucket. Walker with it at the top of the key. Skips far side. 3-ball on the way. It's short on the marker there for Lavery. And possession comes back now here for St. Francis, as there's a 5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And we'll get a timeout called by head coach Jared Buheny, so we'll take one with him here watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. back here live from the Hutzel Athletic Center. Looking at inbound here for St. Francis. A 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, as it'll be an inbound here from Isabella Gizzi. She'll get it into Fordyce. He's looking to move it to that far side of wing. McKnight up top. Now here into the hands of Gizzi. Dish on this near side. Fordyce to look down low. Madden spins, hangs, gets to the defender to jump off glass, and one opportunity for Ali Madden. And so with 7 seconds left, Ali Madden will head to the charity stripe here for St. Francis. First free throw is off the back end of the iron, no good. As it's Walker, far side, the look down low, no shot is called. They'll wave it off, and that is going to be our halftime score. It is St. Francis 28, Mount Vernon Nazarene 23. You are watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live at the Huntsville Athletic Center here at a halftime break. Let's go run down the halftime stats here for you. St. Francis with a 5-point lead here at the half. It was Emily Parrott who finished the first half with 2 points. Chloe McKnight with 7. Reagan Pate with 2. Allie Madden leading all scorers with 12. Carly Culberson with 3. And Julia Mansella with 2 points. St. Francis shot 12 of 27 from the field, 1 of 6 from beyond the arc, and 3 of 5 from the free throw line there in the first half. Meanwhile, for Mount Vernon Nazarene University, it was Peyton Davis with 4. Angela Roshak led the way with 7. Madeline Lawson with 6. And then Shaitlin Williams with 6 as well for Mount Vernon and Nazarene University. They shot 7 of 21 from the field, 5 of 16 from beyond the arc, and 4 of 6 from the charity stripe there in the first half of action. So we are about 2 minutes away here from beginning our third quarter. And so we will step away here one more time, come back with it. You are watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Huntsville Athletic Center, it'll be St. Francis with the basketball here to begin our second half. As Parrott will have it on that far side of wing. Dishes it off to Mansella, now into the hands of Gizzy. They'll look down low. Madden spitting Sangs, couldn't get that one to roll. And possession comes back now here for Mount Vernon. Quickly the other way. On this near side, they'll move it all the way to that far side of wing. Up top. Now here into the hands of Walker. On this near side, they'll skip. Looking to go up strong. Nicely done there. The bucket is good for Katie Spring. Spring missed the majority of that first half of action. Playing in foul trouble. And now back on the court. Provided some offense here for Mount Vernon, as we've got ourselves a 3-point game. Parrots look down low for Madden. And we're going to get a 3-second call. Lane violation there for St. Francis. And so it will be possession here with Mount Vernon, as Walker will bring it across the half-court line. Skips there on that far side, back up top. We'll come back here to Walker with it on this near side wing. Skips far side. Davis now with it here for Mount Vernon. Davis skips it all the way here on this near side. Sprang with it. Mantilla got a piece of it. Parrott dives on the deck, and Chloe McKnight able to come away with it here for St. Francis. With it here on this near side wing. Dish down low here to Madden. Madden spins, and a tie-up. Jump ball is called, and possession will go back to Mount Vernon with 8:19 left. Walker will move it up ahead. Skip up top. Puts it on that far side wing. Spring. Davis back far side. Roshak back here to this near side. 3-ball from Lawson is no good, but the board comes down to Spring. We'll go all the way back to the top of the key. Roshak, the dish down low. Nice find off glass. Lawson gets the bucket. 1-point game. Parrots bring it up ahead across the half-court line here for St. Francis. So McKnight with it here on this near side. Up top into the hands of Gizzy. Back far side, now into the hands there of Parrots. McKnight with it. Fakes the pass there in the corner to Mantilla, and she'll drive, and a foul is going to be called. And so that is going to send Chloe McKnight to the free throw line here for St. Francis. 7 points here on the contest. She hits there on the first free throw. The junior comes into this one averaging 13 points per game. 81% free throw shooter. Her second one is missed. She pokes it from behind, and out of bounds possession will go back to Mount Vernon. So it'll be Davis. Dishes it off. Go back to the top of the key on this near side. Walker skips cross court. Davis will launch a three. Couldn't get that to fall. And Gizzy comes away with the board here for St. Francis. Quickly the other way. Parrots with it on that far side. McKnight skips cross court. Mantilla gets the defender to jump. She'll push it out. Extra pass. McKnight with it in the corner to Gizzy. She'll launch a three, and she hits it. And so Isabella Gizzy drains the triple for St. Francis. Now ahead here by 5. Pokes. Mount Vernon able to maintain possession though as Davis skips on that far side. The look down low. Roshak with it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kick out here near side. Davis for 3. Got it. Davis beats the buzzer there with that triple. Now with 7 points here on the night for Mount Vernon. As Parrott will bring it across the half-court line here for St. Francis. Far side, now into the hands of Gizzy. Look down low here to Madden. Madden spins, hangs, couldn't get it to go. Second chance opportunity off her own, a miss, and she puts it home. And so Madden now with 14 points on the night. Lawson with it here near side. Skips that far side. They'll go back to Lawson. Looking to spin in on Mantilla. And Mantilla going to get called for the foul. That'll be her second, team's first. Carly Culberson will check into the game here for St. Francis as she replaces Mantilla. Taylor Fordyce will come back on as well. Check it as Madden and Parrott come off for Fordyce and Culberson. As an inbound will come here for Mount Vernon, and an offensive foul is called. Lawson will pick up the foul. And so it'll be an inbound here for St. Francis as Lawson picks up her third. Fordyce will have it now at the top of the key. Moves it far side now into the hands of Culberson. Gets a screen from Mantilla, pushes it here to this near side. Gizzy, nicely done, boxing out the defender, able to maintain possession. Culberson dishes it off. Fordyce with it, skips back. Culberson, the three, no good off the front end of the rim. Wow, what a tremendous job done by Carly Culberson. Follows her shot and able to maintain possession here for St. Francis. Gizzy with the drive, the freshman, no good. And possession comes back now here for Mount Vernon. Davis, the dish down low. Far side, three ball left open, no good there on the triple. Board is thrown off the back there of McKnight, but Mount Vernon able to maintain possession. Roshak with it at the top of the key. Sloppy basketball here in this last minute as both squads looking to get back to their normal game. The three ball at the top of the key is no good, and the board comes down now here to Mantilla, and she'll push it up ahead. McKnight will go up, draw the contact, and she'll head to the line to shoot a pair here for St. Francis. As number 11, and Noah Lavery, as well as number 20, Shaitlin Gulliams will check on here for Mount Vernon. Emily Parrott will come on here for St. Francis and replace Isabella Gizzy. And Chloe McKnight will head back to the free throw line. 8 points on the evening here for the junior. Hits there on the first. As McKnight hits them both. Substitution into the contest here for St. Francis as Reagan Pate will come on. And 6 players on the court. She'll replace Chloe McKnight. As it will be Mount Vernon with the basketball. Walker will have it on that far side. Skips here near side now to Davis. Plays it up top, though. Go back to Davis in the corner. Screen and slip down low. Extra pass far side. Lavery with the triple, no good. And the board comes down now here to Mantilla. And Fordyce will move it up ahead here for St. Francis. With it at the top of the key here for the Cougars. Fordyce. Up top to Pate. Far side now into the hands of Culberson. Dish over top to Parrott. Looking to post up. She'll go up strong. Nicely done there. She gets the finish. And so Emily Parrott with the bucket. Lavery with the handoff. One dribble pull-up jumper at the free throw line. She drains that. And we'll get a timeout called here by St. Francis. So we'll step away here watching St. Francis basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Hutzel Athletic Center. It'll be an inbound here for St. Francis. Right in front of the Mount Vernon Nazarene University bench. They're going to do a little mopping duties before that. 2:52 on the clock. Both these squads in need of a crucial wins here, with only 3 games remaining after this contest in a Crossroads League play. St. Francis trying to maintain home court advantage for the first round of the Crossroads League tournament. Meanwhile, Mount Vernon trying to get back into the fight to remain in the Crossroads League tournament, as they are sitting at 9th place right now, and only the top 8 teams make it. So they're going to look to try to get back into it, as Emily Parrott says, we'll keep you from doing that, as she gets the bucket down low. Davis with it here on this near side of wing. Fakes the dribble handoff. We'll have it on that far side in the corner. Skips it off to Walker. Back to Davis on that far side. Walker back here near side. Roshak with it at the free throw line. Skips far side. She'll get it back. Look to post up Mantala off the back end of the rim. No good. And possession comes down for St. Francis. Fordyce will have it at the top of the key now here for the Cougars. McKnight with it here near side. Emily Parrott doing a tremendous job posting up defenders down low. Parrott stands at 5'7", but doing a tremendous job there down low for St. Francis. Fordyce out to Mantala. He's got to put up a shot. She does, and couldn't drain that one. And possession comes down now here for Mount Vernon with 1:30 left to go here in our third quarter of action. Walker on this near side. Davis will launch a 3, no good. And Fordyce comes down with the board here for St. Francis. Brings it across the half-court line. With it at the top of the key, and a foul is going to be called. Foul's called on Peyton Davis. That's going to be her first. Team's fourth of the quarter. Isabella Gizzi and Allie Madden will come back on here for St. Francis as they replace Taylor Fordyce and Julia Mantala. JL Kettler, the freshman, will come on here for Mount Vernon. Her first appearance of the contest, as Madden with it, looking to post up off glass. She gets the bucket. And so St. Francis now with their largest lead of the game. 10-point lead here for St. Francis. Davis will have it here on this near side. Skips it on up top. Roshak looking to drive. She'll get it back on that far side and give it off. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Roshak will launch a triple. No good. Missed everything. And a shot clock violation is the call. And possession will go back to St. Francis. 32 seconds on the clock. So there'll be a 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, as they may be putting a little more time back on. We'll see exactly what the call is, as the officials having a discussion here. And so they'll put 36 seconds on the clock. So it'll make it a 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock, as Parrott will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis. Across the half-court line, slowly moving here for the Cougars. With it at the top of the key, as 15 seconds left on the shot clock. We'll get movement here from St. Francis, as Gizzi with it up top. Far side now to Parrott. 7 seconds on the shot clock. She'll dish to Madden. 3 seconds, kick out. Gizzi out to Culberson. Couldn't get that shot up in time, I don't believe. Shot clock violation is the call with 5 seconds left to go here in our fourth quarter of action. We'll get an inbound here for Mount Vernon, as it'll be Roshak to inbound right in front of the St. Francis bench. Gets it in here to Davis. Quickly up the floor, 2 seconds, out far side. Culberson gets the block at the buzzer, and that's the end of our third. St. Francis with the largest lead of the game. 10-point lead here for them. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. here live from the Hutzel Athletics Center. 10 minutes on the board. It is a 10-point lead here for Saint Francis as they will inbound across the way. Gissy set to inbound here for the Cougars. As they'll get it off now here to Culberson, who will have it and move it to that far side. Parrots now with it here for Saint Francis. Culberson tried to go over top there to Madden, and it was taken away. Walker, far side. Lavery now up top here into the hands of Roshak. It's Walker with it here. The dish down low, spinning, hanging. Couldn't get that to fall there. Could Lawson and Culberson quickly up the floor. McKnight puts it on the deck, goes up strong. It's blocked, but able to come away with it here near side. She'll launch a three, no good. And possession comes back here for Mount Vernon as they'll move it across the half-court line. A skip here near side, back into the hands of Lawson. It's up top. Lavery was looking to cut. Instead, it was back there to Roshak. And possession comes back now here with St. Francis. Quickly up the floor. McKnight with it on that far side. Nicely done there. She uses the strength to pull it away from defenders and goes up and gets the bucket. And so it is possession now here with Mount Vernon. On this near side, Roshak skips off. Up top here to Walker. Lavery will launch a three. Top of the key. She hits it. And so Lavery with her first triple of the night. 5 points now on the evening here for her. And possession is with the Cougars now. That's Culberson. Dishes it off. It's now on this near side here into the hands of McKnight. The dish to Madden. Down low, nicely done off glass. She gets the finish. And Allie Madden now with 18 points on the night. Last time these two squads played, Allie Madden with 14 and a 12. Now with 18 points here on the night for her. We'll see what exactly the rebounding numbers are here for her, as I believe they are pretty high. And only 2 rebounds here for Allie Madden in our live action. As a 3 ball at the top of the key there is no good. And Gissy will come away with it here for St. Francis. Parrots now with it on that far side. Look over top, Madden out here near side. Gissy will launch a 3. She got it. Isabella Gissy hits the triple. Timeout called by Mount Vernon. We will step away and watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Hutzel Athletic Center. It's an inbound here for Mount Vernon. As it will be Walker. Looking to go baseline here. The foul is going to be called. As Julia Mantilla will pick up the foul. Will match up the clock. It'll be an inbound underneath here for Lavery. As Mantilla picks up her third. Lavery able to get it in. She'll get it back on that far side of wing. They tried to go up top here. Culberson with the poke away. She'll put it on the deck. Tried to spin with it. And knocked away once again. And Mount Vernon quickly the other way. Up top. Walker, far side. Lavery. Back to Walker. Two-man game there on that far end. Walker going to drive baseline as Mount Vernon able to keep it in bounce. Up top, three ball at the top of the key is no good. Madden nicely done to save it and throws it off the defender. And out of bounds. Possession will go back to Saint Francis. As it'll be Fordyce who will bring it up ahead here for the Cougars. Across the half-court line. Far side now into the hands there of Gizzy. Fordyce back with it. Looking to spin. Hangs through the defenders. Couldn't get it to fall. And possession comes down. Now for Mount Vernon. As the running floater there off glass is no good. And a foul is going to be called. And it will be on Mount Vernon. Katie Spring will pick up the foul. And so an inbound will come here for St. Francis as Fordyce will bring it up ahead. Madden will have it on that far side of wing. And so for both of these squads, the crucial game for St. Francis is the Grayson-Huntington game. And Huntington is ahead 31-27 in the third quarter on the Lancers. They're out at the Platt Arena. Meanwhile, for Mount Vernon, it'll be Goshen, who they are going to look to try to hang with there for that eighth and final spot in the Crossroads League tourney as they're set to play Spring Arbor. That one looked like it was slated to begin at about 6:30 p.m. Culberson, far side. She hits the three. And a timeout is called by Mount Vernon. We will step away. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Hutzel Athletic Center, so we'll get an inbound here for Mount Vernon. Out of the timeout called by them, 4:40 left to go. And they will have possession. As on this near side, the jumper short on the marker. And it will be Culberson who comes away with possession. On this near side, it is going to be Fordyce. Dishes it off to Gizzy. Back to Culberson. Skips far side. Mantilla will launch a three. Got it. Julia Mantilla drains the triple. 20-point lead here for St. Francis. Taking a look at what is next here for these two squads. Doesn't get any easier for them, both of them. as Mount Vernon will head back home to Ariel Arena. They'll take on the number 4 team in NAIA with Indiana Wesleyan. Meanwhile, Saint Francis will travel to Marion on Saturday, the number 2 ranked team in the new NAIA poll. And so both these squads with tough contests remaining to roll out the regular season here in Crossroads League play as we get closer to the Crossroads League tournament. Kick here on this near side. 3-ball is no good. And the board comes down to Gizzy. And ripped away. Mount Vernon now back the other direction. Up top, 3-ball on the way. Is off the front of the rim there from Lawson. And out of bounds possession will go back to St. Francis as Chloe McKnight and Emily Parrott will come back on. Atlee Madden and Taylor Fordyce will check out. Grace Vermelia will check out as well here for Mount Vernon as Gizzy will be set to inbound here for St. Francis. And she'll get it in here to Emily Parrott. Looking to push it up the floor here for the Cougars. With it on this near side of wing. Culberson, the drive, kicks out to Gizzy with it on that far side. She'll drive. Foul is going to be called on the floor. And so we'll get an inbound here for St. Francis. As a substitution, as Jill Kettler will come back on here for Mount Vernon and replace number 4 and Emily Walker. Parrott will inbound for St. Francis and get it back. Skips here near side. McKnight, the 3-ball. She hits it. And so Chloe McKnight drains the triple for St. Francis. Out now to a 21-point lead. Sprang with a drive. Count the basket. And one. She'll head to the line for it as a foul's called on Chloe McKnight. Substitutions into the contest here for St. Francis as Carly Culberson will come out. Number 33 and Lexi Shelton will come on. Isabella Gizzy will check out, and a number 13 and Fatima Valente will come on here for St. Francis. First free throw, second and one free throw is up and good there for Sprang. And so it'll be Parrott who will have it here for St. Francis as we have now reached 2 minutes left to go here in our fourth quarter of action. Parrott tried to skip it here near side to Shelton. Poked out of bounds. We'll get another inbound here for the Cougars. As McKnight set to inbound here for St. Francis. Gets it into Mansella, back in the corner. McKnight tried to go across court, and it was knocked out of bounds once again by Mount Vernon. And so we'll get another inbound here for St. Francis. As Valente will be set to inbound with 13 on the shot clock. Mansella back to Parrott. McKnight here near side wing. 3-ball, got it. Chloe McKnight hits the triple, 21-point lead for the Cougars. And foul's going to be called on the ball. Chloe McKnight will pick up the foul. That'll be her third. As we'll get an inbound here for Mount Vernon. Underneath, looks like it'll be Lavery set to inbound here for Mount Vernon. Sprang with it, looking to post up. And could get that one to fall. McKnight comes away with it here for St. Francis. Up the floor. The dish. Parrott nicely done there on the roll. She gets the bucket. And we're going to get a Timeout called for by St. Francis. So we will step away. You're watching St. Francis basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. .111 left to go. That was just a timeout substitution for St. Francis to try to clear the bench. And so we'll have a new set of players on the floor here for the Cougars, as possession will be with Mount Vernon. Kettler will launch a jumper. Got it. And so an inbound here for St. Francis, as Craig will move it up the floor, and a carry is called. And possession will go back now to Mount Vernon. Kettler dishes it off up top. Handoff, 3-ball. Lafferty is up and good. And so Craig will inbound for St. Francis. Freem now here as Schenkel will move it up ahead for St. Francis. With it at the top of the key. She'll move it here to this near side. Hand off to Shelton. With it at the free throw line. Out to Craig. With it on that far side. Hands off to Shelton. With it at the top of the key. Over the top, looking down low there for Scheffelberg. And that one rolls out of bounds. Inbound will come here for St. Francis. 19 seconds on the clock. Shelton launches a three off the back end of the rim. Schaffelberger couldn't come away with it. And it's on that far side. Lavery, she'll launch a three. Couldn't get that to fall. Shelton comes down with the board here for St. Francis on that far side, and she'll play it up ahead to Schenkel. Looking to go up with it. The dish off. And couldn't get that to fall. Second chance opportunity. Counted at the buzzer. Aaron Schaffelberger caps things off here from the Hutzel Athletic Center. It is St. Francis 65, Mount Vernon 45. So Mount Vernon will fall to 9-16 on the season and a 3-12 in a conference play. Meanwhile, St. Francis gets over the hump, over 500. As they move to 15-9 on the year and 8-7 in conference play. We'll bring you the stats here of this one momentarily, as we'll take a short break here watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Final stats here of the women's contest from the Hutzel Athletic Center. It was Peyton Davis with 7 points, 5 points for Katie Spring. Roshak finished tonight with 7. Lawson with 10. Keller with 2. Lavery with 8. And Williams with 6 points for Mount Vernon. Meanwhile, for St. Francis, it was Chloe McKnight and Allie Madden who led the way, both with 18 points apiece. Emily Parrott with 8, Isabella Kissy with 6, Carly Kluberson with 6 points, Julia Mansella with 5, and Erin Schaffelberger finished tonight with 2 points. And so St. Francis will head to Marion on Saturday. Meanwhile, for Mount Vernon, they'll head back home and take on Indiana Wesleyan. So we're getting set here for our second contest, the men's doubleheader of action. You'll have to go ahead and click on over to it. But until then, you're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.